Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Turtles of Grayskull Leonardo figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks awesome, and I mean, it's pretty much a Ninja Turtle with He-Man proportions, and that's really cool. They definitely kind of nailed the assignment here, so to speak. And first off, I just want to, I guess, touch on the colors, and I really like that there's kind of a matte finish or a matte presentation to pretty much the entire thing, with the exception of our metallics, and really cool. Kind of gives it an extra touch of class, I think. I really just like the way that looks, because it definitely kind of like draws the light in. It's not kind of throwing it back out, and just kind of makes it feel really nice. Not only that, but it also helps kind of drive home how clean a lot of the paint is here. So you can see like the strip here for the the holster for the sword, up here, just like very cleanly done. Then we get to the chest here, and got a little nick there, but I mean, overall the paint is just very, very nice. Not only that, but yeah, just great proportions. The armor here is really well done. Really like that they have the sculpt with all the rivets and things of that nature. Again, that blue, that metallic blue, just like pops. It looks beautiful. Face sculpt is awesome. I mean, it's pretty much the Leo expression we have been seeing since '89. So I got that. And then speaking of the shell, it is removable. I'm sure you've seen other reviews. So you can take that off. You can see that it just kind of ports in there and can come right off. And they do have the shell kind of sculpted into the back, which is weird. I get why they did it. I guess I don't know why they didn't color that as well. That part's a little weird. The shield, the shell does act as a shield, as you can see with the handle there. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's this really cool looking figure with some nice dynamics too. I like that they did the kind of edge of the bandana blowing in the wind. Unfortunately not articulated, but still looks really good. So that will do it for aesthetics. We get a really nice loadout of accessories here, especially when you consider the fact that all of the armor is removable, as you can see. So getting into that, we do get two of the kind of upper arm guards, which we kind of looked at in the last section. You can see that they are shaped for each arm, so they slide over there, and they are held on by tension, so that can become a little obnoxious depending on how yours is or how warm it is out. Then we get a forearm guard for his left arm, and you can see that is also specifically shaped to slide up over there, and this is the top, so you slide it that way. So this is down by the wrist. Then we get the chest guard. Again, we see that L, very nicely done. We get the kind of border here, so very He-Man looking. We get the silver straps going on, and as you can see, this just kind of holds on by this kind of rectangular tab here that goes into that rectangular slot in the middle, and just kind of pops right in. Very, very nice. You can see the two holes right there, and those are of course for the shell. Very nice sculpt going on here. We looked at that in aesthetics, and then of course we got the handle on the back, so this is also a shield that they can hold on to. So really nice touch. And finally, we do get the loincloth. These are just like Origins. You can pop pretty much everything off. So this just comes right off, and you got that. Speaking of which, yeah, there's directions here for just letting you know what you can remove from the figure. Then finally, of course, we get his swords, which is actually sword. These are actually very, very thin. You can see the kind of tabs here. So they did the best they could to make it into his two swords, but really I think it works best as intended here, as one piece, and these just kind of come together. So you line them up and they just snap into place, and probably need a part separator or something like that to actually remove these. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not going to risk it at the moment, but yeah, so as you can see, there's the sword together. It's very nicely done. Really love the shade of silver as well. And oh, finally, we do get a comic, just as we've been getting with Origins and all of that. So we get the By the Power of Pizza, and we do have just full pages here. Really lots of, actually very, very busy as well. There's a lot going on, clearly. So yeah, really cool there. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are very nice. As you can see, we can get freestanding kicks. This did take a bit. The proportions are just a little awkward, as they, are humanified. So there's that. But getting into the nitty gritty here, we are on a barbell joint from our neck into our head, and that does allow us to look up. We get some nice range going on there. You got maybe move the armor, but we do get some really nice up. We get some really nice down. We get tons of tilt and rotation, so beautifully done there. For the arms, hinge and swivel, so we're coming up to just about our T. We are single jointed at our elbows, so we're coming to about there. They are swollen enough to where we're not even really hitting 90, but we do get some rotation there as well. We are hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. Then we get a waist swivel. We come to the hips and we are almost full splits. Definitely beautiful range. For our front kick, not quite 90, but still going forward. For our knees, single jointed, not quite hitting 90, kind of, sort of. We do get some rotation there as well. Then come to the boots, and then we get shin cut. We get really nice point, absolutely insane forward, and some really nice rocker. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other Ninja Turtles lines, with some other domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with our articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Turtles of Grayskull Leonardo figure from Mattel is that this is pretty damn cool. This is a crossover I think a lot of us did not expect. It was just awesome to see, and it works exceptionally well. Mattel has done a fantastic job here, and yes, every company, whether by legal means or not, has been putting out Turtles in the past 2 to 3 years, but this is definitely one of the more original. Well, not original, it's a mashup, but it's definitely a really good take on it. They've, kind of justified it, the crossover, I think, in a very creative way. So really cool stuff here. I think this is just a really good looking figure. It articulates very nicely. I do wish that the swords being separated worked a little bit better in the hands, but I mean, that's engineering, and there's not really a lot of solutions to that, certainly at this price point, so I'm happy to have it. And I fully recommend this, certainly if you're a fan of Turtles and Masters of the Universe, or if you're a fan of either, or if you just think this looks cool, absolutely worth picking up. And certainly if you're a fan of the Origins line, like this just continues that, and the mix and match feature absolutely works with those figures, as well as WWE Superstars from Mattel. So Mattel's really got something going here. So that being said, this is available from various online retailers. It's also showing up on pegs and shelves in Targets and Walmarts. So I wish you the best of luck finding it in the wild. And if not, I will have a link or two in the description below for you to find this online. So really hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's talk about some more beautiful plastic. Let's escape the world for a while. But at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.